Hi, I'm Laurie Jones. I've been working in the K-12 system for 16 years. I've had the opportunity to view the rise of it in technology, including mobile technology, from the inside. To fully understand where I've drawn my inspiration and to get more of a complete picture of what I'm outlining, please feel free to tap on the embedded articles and videos, as this is a TouchCast. At the age of 10, my uncle gave me my first computer, a TRS-80. The only caveat, I had to learn to program it if I wanted to use it, and thus my fascination with technology began. The early days of technology were about creation. There were a few word-based games and accounting programs, but essentially you had to create your own environment. Not until the GUI the graphic user interface, complete with icon and mouse, which were, thanks to Steve Jobs, well, actually the Xerox R&D department, did anything change. The ability to take RGB based graphics and add them to these tools changed computing completely. I am sure that this initiation into technology has shaped my use of technology today. I am critical of the consumption nature of technology used today rather than the roots as my creator of the technological environment. The use of technology for creating identity and social status in youth has a massive effect on the direction and innovation in app creation, which is the current use of an icon and a GUI, takes. Will Mason wrote a sociological study, embedded here, and outlines how consumptive nature of youth determines their self-identity and ultimately their position in social hierarchy. I don't think it's a big stretch to see how that translates to the social media world. Insta stars, YouTubers, Twitter moguls, all use the idea of consumption and content to create lucrative deals with physical brands to create an economy of consumption. The proliferation of digital content leading to the consumption of material things. The economy hamster wheel post-industrial revolution is based on consumer cycle, including innovation and planned obsolescence. Check out the light bulb theory. It is so ubiquitous and powerful that it has shaped our society at every avenue. We are, however, on the precipice of a major cultural shift. Technology has moved from a room-like version of computers that the astronauts used in the 1960s to something a million times more powerful that fits in the palm of your hand. Evidence of this is in the video attached. We have somehow managed to take a tool of incredible creative power and on the whole make it a tool of consumption. All along, innovation of technology has had the power of creation built in. Take Instagram. You have the ability to alter photos to create an image you would like to use for consumption. The creation part is there, however, it is trumped by the consumption. As I mentioned before, we have external pressures that will take us to Malcolm Gladwell's tipping point, which forces our hand in the creation-consumption paradigm shift. Climate change has become a global phenomenon, pioneered by youth. Since youth are the largest market for consumers now and into the future as they age, their practice will shape how consumption is viewed. Let's look back on the idea that youth create an identity and social hierarchy on the back of consumption of material goods. What if the power was to shift? Who can create the most change in the world? Creation rather than consumption would become the commodity. Curated content might actually be the in-between step to this paradigm shift. There is a difference between curated content and creation. Check out the video on this page for more details. Curated content and remix culture could very well be the stepping stone to creation, a re-energization of creation using mobile technology as the commodity for consumption would naturally shift the picture, not negating our very ingrained consumptive culture of the post-industrial revolution. In mobile learning today, we already see the need for creation. Participatory culture dictates that students, regardless of age, want to say in what's happening. They want to use social media tools to share their unique views on the content because they are so adept at social media platforms as consumptive tools. It's not difficult to see how you could make them create their own content, especially if that content has a consumable potential. I see the rise of Greta Thunberg as a youth leader and climate activist as a prime example of how the consumer is changed into the creator with enough impetus to act. The political climate, the climate crisis, including global weather events, the potential for water and food shortages are massive external influences that could cause the very immediate shift in culture. The power of mobile technology as a tool to create and collaborate has already been seen worldwide, from the organizations and revolutions of countries to a mapping of secret prisons in communist countries. The additions of things like gamification have even turned real life into something fun and provide a potential for world organization into problem solving in the form of a game that would end in global prosperity. The near ubiquity in which mobile technology has been distributed and the ever expanding networks of internet available give rise, in tandem with the external pressures present, to create the perfect storm for cultural paradigm shifts. Creation may be the new currency of global economy.